Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I decided to do a garden update. As you know, some of you may know, I recently moved at the end of January, so I had to start all over when it comes to my gardening and my plants. So let's take a tour and see what I've got going. So this is the new garden space as of now. Keep in mind this is subject to change because my brother has a lot of really good ideas that I never even thought of whenever I moved in here. This bed is currently, I think, 5 by 16, if I remember correctly. I just got the, spent $100 at Lowe's and got the block there. And yes, I'm in my slippers. Now I had these strawberries. They were at my previous residence. They transplant well. All I did was dig them up and put them in the new garden, and already I've got lots of new growth and flowers. I am hopeful this year because I don't have any stray cats laying on my garden, that I will get much more strawberries this year and in the years to come when they start to really take over. Now, I started a bunch of seedlings probably in February because I got the gardener's itch and I started seedlings too early, and I got overrun in the house. So what I did was I basically just brought them out here and planted them and said if they survive, then great. If not, better luck next year. So these guys right here, I started in February. I am pretty sure these are Brussels sprouts. First time growing these, so we'll see what they do. They've started to take over, unlike these other ones that are over here, so we'll see what they do. These I'm fairly sure, these little guys here, I'm fairly sure are radishes. They look like they're taking off. And that's cabbage that I bought, white cabbage. I eat a lot of coleslaw, and I like to make my own sauerkraut. And then if we come down here, there is a little bunch of beets that I think will take off once it becomes a little bit warmer. Let's see what else I've got here. So these guys are onions. Little bunches of onions. They seem to be hanging on, so we will leave them there. Yes, I know I have some weeds, but that is actually the next thing I want to talk about. I put in potatoes again this year, and they're all in this little row here, so I will see if they start to come up. I don't usually like to weed until I'm sure that all of my seedlings are coming up, if they're going to come up. And then all of this out here is reserved for tomatoes and peppers. I may or may not have Christopher conned into a raised bed if I need some extra room. So we'll see if that happens or not. And then over here I have a little experiment going. I would like to see what potted up cabbage does versus the stuff that's in the garden, because I always have stuff that eats my cabbage every year and it's really irritating. But as you can see from the cabbage that's in the garden, this stuff that's up here high and out of the way does not have any holes in it. So I might have to pot my cabbage from now on. We'll see how it goes throughout the season. Or I need to get some kind of spray, pesticide, to get rid of whatever's eating my cabbage. This is some sage that I started. Apparently, from what I've learned, it likes to be outside in the cold weather, and it seems to be doing pretty well. I have started this from seed. And then we come down here to my peppers. So these are, the little guys are banana peppers, sweet banana peppers. I like to can them in straight vinegar, and those are great to mix in with deer meat in the wintertime. This guy I started from a red pepper I bought from the store. So we'll see how that goes. He was the only one that came up. And a little tip, if you're starting seeds indoors in a little greenhouse, put sand on the top of your soil whenever you're done. I have had a lot of trouble this year with the fungus gnats, as you can see. Kind of see where they've been eating on my plants. So that's something I'll do next year. Down here, I'm pretty sure these guys are cabbage that I need to get in the garden. These could be Brussels sprouts. I started this batch and didn't mark it, so stupid me. These guys are radishes, and they seem to be doing well. And these are more Brussels sprouts. So we'll see how they're going to come along. Over here is another mystery pot. I'm pretty sure that they're gonna, not sure what they're gonna do. They're hanging on. This is an experiment year. We'll see what grows and what doesn't. This time I was smart and marked what I planted. So we got broccoli here. Little broccoli, guys. I do eat a lot of broccoli. I like to make my own broccoli and cheese soup. And then we do have more cabbage. Pretty sure it's cabbage. Yeah, more cabbage going there. I started these, I even wrote the date, on April 4th of 2020. And today is April 29th of 2020. So they're doing well. So normally I have tomatoes started in the house, and they're probably usually normally about that tall by now. I had beautiful tomato seedlings going. However, my cats, don't know which one it was, decided one night to, here I'll show you, to decimate my tomato plants. And I was going to transplant them the next day, and I came out and found this. They ate all the tops off of my tomato plants, which I was a little bit upset. But thankfully, I could go to the store, and I bought some replacements. So I know that the potted stuff at the store, like Lowe's, Home Depot, Walmart, wherever, can get a little expensive. So a tip that I always do this whenever I'm shopping, I look for the pots that have multiple plants in them. Tomatoes are so easy to transplant, it's really not even funny. So really, I get 3 plants for the price of 1. And you can also give them away to friends if need be. So what I've got here is I've got technically 2 Roma tomatoes. I've got Husky Red Cherry tomatoes. I've got 3 of those. And for shits and giggles, I decided to get some yellow tomatoes. I have a grandfather that likes yellow tomatoes, so we'll see if that guy grows. And then this year I would like to do my own pickles. I eat a lot of cucumber and pickles. So I took another chance on fernleaf dill. Never been able to get this to grow for me. I might just keep it in a pot and see what it does. So we'll try that again this year. And then when I was at the store, I did go to Home Depot and get this. I saw some catnip, and I will put a little short clip of what Dexter acts like whenever he's in contact with catnip right now. So another thing that I am trying out this year is container growing. So in this pot, I put some potatoes. So these are white potatoes. I don't remember exactly. I'll have to look. And they are starting to pop up through. So I'm pretty excited to have potatoes. I ate a lot of potatoes this winter, so this will probably be something that I will continue to grow in my garden every year. Over in this pot, we have some more of my mystery plants that I just put in there. This is some kind of lettuce that's coming. And then I decided I wanted to try a grapevine this year, so I bought a Concord grapevine. I am planning on sticking this in the ground somewhere at some point, but I just stuck it in this pot just to keep it happy until I decide what I want to do with it. And then my wonderful brother, turn you up here, let me buy a peach tree. So I'm not quite sure. We're going to be taking out some dead trees on this property here hopefully soon, so maybe I'll get to plant it in one of those spots. So what I have gotten here is a Red Haven peach, and it is looking like it's liking its current home in this larger pot. They say you're supposed to give it a gallon of water a day for the first 3 months. It's been raining a lot here, and there's a reservoir in the bottom of this pot, so I haven't really had to touch it much at all. Okay, so we're back inside here in front of my little greenhouse growing area. As I said before, my cats decided to decimate my seedlings here. And these are the ones that I was able to save, primarily because they were shorter and they didn't get the tops eaten off of them. I'm pretty sure these are my beefsteak. I like beefsteak. I ate a ton of BLTs last year. It really wasn't even funny, so these will always be on the garden list. What I did was I just repotted them and gave them a good water and put them in here under the grow light pretty much by themselves. I have several pots. I don't know if they'll all grow, but we'll see if they come back or not. No big deal if they don't. I mean, and then there's another pot of them that I have in here. We'll see if they grow. Alright, so what else do I got going in here? I bought some succulents and repotted. So I like succulents on my patio during the summer. There was several of this particular succulent pieces that have fallen off. So what I did was I just put them in another pot, and we will see if they grow roots or not. These aren't exactly rotted yet, so might want to give them a little water and see how they do. So that's another experiment I've got going. Then what I did was I put some others in a planter here. Don't try to put succulents or even any kind of cacti in regular potting soil. They need specific cactus succulent soil. Miracle-Gro makes it. I haven't had a problem with Miracle-Gro, so that's what I use. So next video, I have a bunch of these seed boxes. Yeah, I think these are pretty cheap. They were probably from the dollar store or something. But anyhow, I think I mentioned this before, the year on them is 1992. So next video, I'm gonna plant these. I'm gonna see if any of them germinate, and that'll be a little seed challenge for next time. Alright, thanks for watching. That is my garden update and what's going on plant-wise in my world after my move. So maybe in another month or so I'll get you out in the garden with me, and I'll show you how I plant my tomatoes, and I'll just keep you on an update on what's going on in my garden. And that is back there photobombing is Dexter and Blinken, my two cats at the current moment. So have a good day. May God bless you today, and I'll see you next time.